Hail to the king, baby.
Howdy, you guys. Welcome to a very special Wednesday night live stream. The reason I'm here is, well, I'm trying to adjust to my new schedule. You see, my wife is actually getting more and more time going back to work, trying to build her practice. I mean, it's been a rough start to her career. We've had 2 kids where she's ended up taking a bunch of time off to help, raise the kids. We both work from home for the last little while. It's really hard to get stuff done when you have 2 little kids running around. So I'm trying to step up, be more available all the time, which means a lot of times in order for me to get videos and stuff done, you might have noticed I'm doing less now. I got to do it late at night, and I hate posting late at night. So one of the ideas I had is sometimes when stuff comes up, screw it, I'm just going to do a casual live stream and talk about it. That seemed like a fun idea, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I only got so much time. Anyways, it's awesome to see you guys again tonight. I know this is pretty sudden. I just did a live stream last night. Chill and chat, but we got some fun news from AtGames today. Early in the month, it looked like with AtGames, we weren't going to get a lot of pinball this month. The only thing that was really lined up was, in fact, Charlie Brown's Christmas, which you might see on my Legends Pinball behind me. I've got an early copy of it from AtGames. Thank you very much. So I'll be doing a little bit of a video or a live stream on that tomorrow, depending on what my day shakes out like. And then on top of that, at the end of the month, we were getting part 1 of the Rare Pinball Pack, where we were just getting Sea of Thieves, with the rest coming later in 2025. It turns out that isn't the case at all. We're actually getting a bunch of pinball in the month of December. Of course, we got the delayed Natural History Pack 3. Plus, we got some Zen tables, one being a Williams table, and that makes me excited. So, before we get into some details, go over a couple things, I want to say hello to the people here in the chat. So, my moderator and one of the nicest guys in the community, hardest working guys in the community, Jason, here earlier, asking me if we're going for a marathon this week. Probably, because I'm probably going to be back again tomorrow night, streaming some gameplay of Charlie Brown Christmas. I know Carlo enjoys that. He's going to play along. Carlo, there he is. I see Fishtails. I'm a happy camper. I'm pretty excited about that too. More Williams games, please, AtGames. Cornercade's here. He says it's all about Killer Instinct. Cornercade, you got half of your Legends Pinball. Do you know when the other half is coming? Richie Cavs Retrocade says he loves Fishtails. Peachy says, nice to see some new titles before the new year. I agree. I didn't think they were going to be this exciting. Mad Dog says, Fishtails, yeah. Stupid Fat Hobbits hoping for No Good Gophers coming in January. Who else do we got here? I'm getting ahead of myself here. Going back up. Bob Oif is here. Good to see you, Bob. Quentin Benacenez. I hope I said that right. I know I didn't. Hank Slot is here. Show Gecko. What's happening? Who else we got? King Ed is here. Here we go. Matt Astra Gaming, hi all, got my loan pre-approved for a condo on the beach in Miami today. Come and visit me. Hey, that's awesome, Matt Astra Gaming. I gotta check it out. There's a new pinball convention that was just announced, Pinball on the Beach. I gotta see where it's to. If it's in the Miami area, I would love to come down that way. I would love to go back to Florida when it's not July and super hot. Zen tables have great graphics and game replayability. Great to catch a live show. Thank you very much, Andrew Barraza. Wait, this is Tuesday night. What the hell is going on here? Stock Jock. I got like this little kid. He's like 2. And he needs a lot of attention. And his mom's got to go back to work. So I've been very busy, plus busy with my job. Haven't been able to make a lot of videos lately. So, everybody's in bed now. I'm going to try to get some stuff out. Yeah, I agree. Casual live streams are the best. Like, on my chillin' chat, I always have so much to talk about that I really don't feel like I pay enough attention to the chat. It's one of my failings, so I gotta try to do better than that, and I like doing this shit anyways. Hey, good to see you, Chaotic BPR. I got some coffee here too. Let's rock and roll, brother. I've been looking at your Lenovo Go all day. Yeah, you're going live. What's coming? Didn't you see the announcement from AtGames? Woo! What it did do done, chat and MB. Good to see ya, Ojibwa. Ski Bammer, Fishtails, don't know when my table arrives. Tracking data has been sporadic. Well, hopefully you get some more information soon. Overpower Productions, nice to see you, man. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Jordan Zaylander, good to see you too. James hates everything. James, my good man. Get out of town, Stock Jock. Pinball on the Beach is in St. Pete, which is across the bay from me. Well, change of plans. We going to Florida, boys. Lawless Swamp. No, I didn't see the announcement. I hope I'm not breaking embargo. It was passed along to me. So, whoa. Working on my review video. It's been difficult. Oh, for the Charlie Brown? Yeah, let me know how that goes. I haven't played it yet. I just downloaded it. I finished up with the kids probably about an hour and a half ago. So I downloaded it then, and then I just got this stream ready after I got the news. Really hope I'm not breaking embargo, but no one said anything. So if I am, shit. Hey, Ski Bammer, Cincinnati and Cincinnati this weekend. Nice. Love Tampa St. Pitt's. Nice. Oh, I'll tell you, needed a break from my wife kicking my ass at Pac-Man tonight. My wife is actually much better at Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man than I am. But she won't go in the basement to go down and play the arcade, so that's why I still have the highest score. Yeah, P-Dubs, I actually do have an RGB light bulb. I don't know if you can see it up there. It doesn't put off a lot of light, but I've got like an RGB light fixture. And it's on pink right now. I'll show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know if it does a new job, but let me see if I can get this up for you here, buddy. So I've always had these. I have them in my arcade downstairs. Oh no, review video on the Legion Go. Got you, Chaotic. Nice. I'll be checking that out for sure. I priced them. They're on sale right now at Best Buy here in Canada for $7.49. Okay, thank you very much, Tony Uniopolis. I appreciate it very much. So, right now, it's on color, and if I'll change to blue, I don't know if you can tell, change to green. You can't really see, but I do have an RGB light in here. Change to red. You can't notice anything. No notice. No notice. I know, Tony. It's on my machine behind me. Look, I got an early copy, so I'm going to be playing it when I finish up here tonight. Nice, Matt Astra. We got to go to Florida, man. Pinball on the Beach. Hey, Jim the Pacers fan. Good to see you, brother. Did I miss anybody? JT Games. Go Pack Go. I know. New Zen games coming. Let's go. I know, Dennis. It's fun. Can you get it up for P-Dubs? No, didn't make a difference. Didn't make a difference. So anyways, guys, just a little while ago, I was talking to AtGames because they sent me the code for Snoopy. I scored an RGB shake weight on Black Friday. $2 super chat from Stringer. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Stringer. You're going to be in such awesome shape next time I see you. What's the chances, Stringer, you're going to be heading to Pinball on the Beach? Is that something you want to do? Let's rock and roll, brother. Let's rock. I was just watching Married with Children video before this. Al Bundy announcing Saturday night's main event on Fox. Let's rock. All right, so guys, I got some stuff to show you. I got to minimize this so I can get the chat over on the screen where I can see it next to my OBS. And now I'm going to bring up, the file AtGames sent me for the December to remember. Big month, lots of exciting stuff coming out. So let me switch this over, guys. Even P-Dubs is not going to complain about the size of this, hopefully, but I suppose I can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. A little bit too big. See, that's good. So here's the December calendar, guys. They just sent this out. Like we talked about before, we only really knew about 2 games, which were Charlie Brown's Christmas and, of course, Sea of Thieves, coming out on the 31st, the first part of the rare pinball pack. So it looks like we're getting a little bit more. So we've got new products here. You can see each Wednesday leading up to Christmas is going to be badass. And then here on the week right before Christmas, the 18th and 19th, we're getting 3 pinball packs, 2 games on Wednesday and 4 games on the 19th. We now have a new release date for Natural History Pinball Pack 3. That's pretty exciting. We're going to talk about all that stuff tonight. So let's go down through it. So first off, right now, December 3rd, 3rd annual Thanksgiving Feast winner announcement. I think they just did that. So you can check it out if you participated. Monthly pinball celebrations. Flipping History Week for the Grinch. Now tomorrow, big day. We're finally getting Charlie Brown's Christmas Pinball Legends single pack release. $5 Fin Bill. Nice. You know what? I got to take a look at the dates, but this might be happening, Stockjack. We're coming to your hometown, brother. Dan, always good to see you, man. So big day tomorrow, Charlie Brown's Christmas. I've got it on my machine back there. I know P-Dubs is a big fan of this. I played it a bunch on Pinball FX, so excited to see what it's like on the AtGames Legends Pinball, which I'll be playing directly after I finish this live stream. This is under embargo till January. Yeah, the December calendar. So that's the big one tomorrow. And then there's also Flipper Friends Season 2, Week 9, Legends 4K tournaments end. And then December 6th, Flipper Friends Season 2, Week 10, Legends 4K tournaments start. I got into live streaming these Flipper Friends tournaments when they first started, like showing the games. But I've talked about this a bunch of times. The first week I did it, I had fun. But man... friggin' Circus broke me. Circus was so bad. I was like, I can't do this every week. Some of these games are no bueno. The first week killed, I think it was the first or second week they did Circus. Circus just ruined everything for me. Hank's got some issues here. I think I need a new speaker by the left flippers on my Addams Family. I believe it blew out about 3 updates ago when the volume blasted like crazy for some reason after the update. Now it rattles. Well, if you're in the U.S., contact AtGames directly to see what they can do for you. If you're here in Canada, you're going to contact PMP Distributing. They'll help you out. I just actually connected my buddy Brett up with them because his Legends Ultimate had a problem where I think it was the encoder board went, so they just hooked him up too. If I'm not working out of town that week, I'll drive up to Pinball on the Beach. Brother, you got to. You got to figure out how to get week off that week. If we're all going, you got to be there, man. It's been too long. I probably want about a fishing themed table. I've been saying this. I tell AtGames that. I guess Attack from Mars didn't do as well as they anticipated, but we want more Williams tables. We want, less Sea of Thieves, more Williams real recreation tables. Like, to me, Attack from Mars is the most beautiful. Can you imagine if they did a Cirque Voltaire? Can you imagine they did a Medieval Madness? That kind of shit would blow my mind. I would be super excited for that. Chaotic knows you're a good dude, Scott. We want to see you. Plus, you're super small now. We got to get those big muscly hugs in. All right, guys, so moving on. We got monthly pinball celebrations, Tilt Tactics Week Grinch. The Grinch table is fun. This is one of the Magic Pixel's best. They even do better animations than they do with most of the Magic Pixel games. I don't really follow the monthly pinball celebrations, but if you do, that's what's going on. December 11th, day I'm friggin' excited for. Finally, a new old Williams game. So the Williams games, especially the ones that were on the arcade one-up, Attack from Mars. I really had to roll that R there. The Attack from Mars arcade 1-up machine. I miss so many of those after I sold my arcade 1-up pinball. Like, obviously I've got Attack from Mars. Love playing that. But I'm waiting on Medieval Madness. I'm waiting on Tales of Arabian Nights. I'm waiting on Cirque Voltaire. So many awesome, real Williams pinball machines I want to play on this. We've been blessed. I mean, we've got Twilight Zone. We've got World Cup Soccer. We got Addams Family. And what was the other one? Star Trek The Next Generation. But there's so many more I want to see come to this device. So I'm very excited for Fishtails. Wasn't sure. I thought this was announced, and then when there was nothing in the December calendar, I was a little bummed. But, next Wednesday, we're getting Fishtails. Again, $5. Love the pricing on these Zen tables. Like, just so affordable. Very excited for Fishtails. I think this is going to be one of those ones that everybody really gets excited for. It was an early favorite when I first got my arcade 1-up Attack from Mars table. This is one, if you go back and watch my video review on it, one I played a bunch during that review. It's just a fun game. It's wild. I know Carl's a big fan too, so we'll see how it goes. I think it would. I think it would sell very well. Any Williams pinball recreation would sell very well. A black hole table. Yeah, I think black hole would do well, obviously. It's a beautiful machine. That's why New Wave Toys are doing it for their first pinball recreation. So there you go. Getaway would be amazing. World Cup Soccer, Star Trek The Next Generation. Like me personally, I would have went with the Star Trek Next Generation over the Star Trek table they went with, but I understand it. Zen had the new Kelvin timeline, pinball set up, so they're going to go with the licensor and what they want, right? Oh, yeah, Totan, Tales of Arabian Nights, definitely. Medieval Madness, 100%. Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars, just iconic real pinball machines. Amazing. I've lost 110 pounds since Cleveland Gaming Classic, so I look a lot different. And what he's not telling us is he spends his time dating beautiful women out on the beach. Scott is living the life, man. Ah, nice. Jason says Getaway High Speed 2 was a picture on the AtGames ad place cards, so good chance, fingers crossed. Jason knows stuff. He's not telling us. He's got shit behind the scenes that he's just not telling us here, fellas. All right, so after that, monthly pinball celebrations. Charlie Brown Christmas is going to be Tilt Tactics. I don't know what Tilt Tactics is. Should I know what that is? Is somebody doing a show, or do they just provide hints? You can let me know in the comments. I'm not that familiar. Oh, Stringer Films. Poor American pinball. That was a choice, yeah. Matt Astra knows his girlfriend is super hot. He doesn't get it. I don't either, but good for you, man. Matt Astra pulls, guys. Matt Astra pulls. And then we've got 12 days to Christmas Flipping Frenzy start. I don't know what that is either. I should be more up on this stuff. Flipper Friends Season 2, Week 11, Legends 4K tournament starts. Interesting. And then we got monthly pinball celebrations, Trivia Week, Grinch. I think they just put a bunch of trivia up on their stuff. Furry Flipper Friends celebration. That seems like something Nostalgia will be into, but I think AtGames is doing some kind of new pet themed stuff. I don't know what's going on here now. I don't know who came up with this idea, but it reminds me of one of my favorite Christmas movies. Do you remember Scrooged? Where in the TV production of Scrooge, Bill Murray's character had to come up with ideas to entice the cats of the station's owner. So they were going to put little mice in there and staple antlers onto their heads. Like Flipper, this whole pet thing reminds me so much of like that crazy owner from Scrooge being like, we got to do television programming for cats. Hey, nice. Yeah, 100%. Whitewater, Getaway, Roadshow, Junkyard, Medieval Madness, Arabian Nights, Fishtail, Attack from Mars. What was the other one? It was Hurricane, Whitewater, Getaway, Roadshow, Junkyard, Medieval Madness, Arabian Nights, Fishtails, Attack from Mars, Cirque Voltaire, or was it Theater of Magic? I thought Cirque Voltaire was on there. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, Chaotic. Alright, so then we get into even more pinball games. So on the 18th, we got Wild West Rampage Legends single pack release. That's this one here, Zen Original. This is an old school Zen Original, all the way back from Pinball FX3, I think. I know Sorcerer's Lair definitely is, because I'll never forget the first time I ever downloaded Pinball FX3 on my cell phone. This was the free game that came included with it, Sorcerer's Lair. You know, I'm more of a fan of course, the Williams recreations. I'm more of a fan of, like, some of the other stuff they do based on a theme. But some of their original games are fun. It's not exactly my jam, but I'll definitely be checking more of these out. And they're not bad games. I mean, compared to, like, some of the games we already have on the Legends Pinball 4K, they're going to be badass compared to some of, you know, the Zaccaria Deluxe tables. I would prefer these over the Zaccaria Deluxe tables, to be honest. And then the Thursday right after that, we're getting Natural History Pinball Pack 3, Insect World, Microbes, what is this? Nature's Fury, and Dinosaur Dynasty 2. So Dinosaur Dynasty 2 is actually Deep Ocean Redux. So this time it's going to be about, like, deep sea dinosaurs and reptiles. Like, I didn't know what they were going to do for the sequel, but, like, they've got that giant, like, shark fish. I don't know if you saw Jurassic World, the first movie. You remember the weird T-Rex raptor clone. They had him get close to the water and the giant fish dinosaur came up and ate him. That's what's actually on the place card here. So that could be interesting. The one I'm really excited about of this one is actually Nature's Fury. Storms are so friggin' cool, man. So, like, they could do a lot of fun stuff with that. We'll see how this goes. Like, the last Natural History pack was super fun, so I'm excited to check all of these out. A pile of pinball, and that's not even it. The week after that, of course, there's no Wednesday release because it's that magical day. It's Christmas. I'm going to be so friggin' busy Christmas Day, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be there. I've got, like, real little kids, and if there's any young people watching here, I will give you some straight dope advice. Don't wait till your 40s to have kids. You're very tired, like, all the time. And they have so much energy. It's one of the things I know that was a casualty of, you know, my wife following her path for her career and stuff like that, that we had to wait. And I love my kids and they're precious to me, but man, I wish I had them in, like, you know, my early 30s to late 20s, because I'm so tired now. I gotta get in better shape so I can stay on top of them. But anyways, Christmas, it's totally busy. We wake up like 6 in the morning. We gotta go to, like, all our family's houses. By the time we get home Christmas evening, we are dead tired. So, and, like, leading up to Christmas is gonna be nuts too. So that week we get monthly pinball celebrations, Pole Week, Grinch and Charlie Brown Christmas, AtGames 4th annual Christmas gaming event. Need more information on that. I don't know what that is. New Zen Studios pinball tables for the first half of 2025 schedule announcement. That is friggin' cool. So we're going to find out what is coming in the first half of 2025. Maybe some of the stuff that Jason Little Alien alluded to earlier, we're going to get that revealed December 23rd. I'm excited. I know, me personally, I want more Williams games, but I think there's a lot of people out there that are also waiting for the Anvil to drop, waiting for the other shoe to drop, more so. We want to know when Star Wars and Marvel are coming to the AtGames ecosystem. Obviously, those were big tables for Arcade 1-Up. People like those tables. That Spider-Man table is just one of my favorites on Zen Studios for the Marvel games. There's a ton of other ones that weren't included on that table, like Women of Power. Why the hell was that there over, you know, the Infinity Gauntlet? But there we go. I'm sorry, MG. Hey, Retro Lizards, I gotta talk to you, man. Let's get connected about that gun box, man. We gotta talk about that. Doesn't make sense that Jurassic Park machine owners this week have to wait to turn on until December 20th to get those 50% off week 1 deals. Can't just be embedded. I have no idea, Arcade Jam. That's above my pay grade for sure. Richard Wadello, good to see you, my man. I know. That's why I went later, because I didn't want to step on Rascal and Sean's toes. Of course. Yeah, I would love that too. I'll tell you a little behind the scenes stuff. AtGames tried, and they tried really hard to work with Jersey Jack Pinball, and there was interest, and they did talk about bringing some of their tables virtually to the AtGames ecosystem. And I'll tell you, one of them was going to be Guns N' Roses. I was so friggin' excited. I wanted to see that so bad. Yeah, I could see that. Star Wars is pricey. Also, the Disney license is pricey. And AtGames, just discontinued their relationship with Disney on the AtGames Legends Ultimate. Obviously, Aladdin, Tron, Wreck-It, Fix-It Felix Jr. are off that. So, that might be a burden. Same with the Marvel licenses. Marvel licenses, again, is Disney. So, yeah, Jason, that makes a good sense. The Real Mando table is great, speaking from owning it. Hey, congratulations. That is an awesome machine. That is, oh my god, I would love that. Yes, I would love a Tales from the Crypt table. That's one of my faves. I gotta get my virtual pinball, pin-up popper working on my AtGames Legends 4K. I need more friggin' time, man. I tried to set it up one weekend, and I just couldn't. So I'm at the point now where I think what I've got to do is just completely delete my my whole build that's on my PC for Pinup Popper and just go with a complete fresh one. It's the only way to get it up. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's so hard with this stuff. Like, it's so hard working with licensors and what they want on the machines. Like, let's just all be thankful it wasn't the art that James Hates Everything had, right? So anyways, I'm really excited about this to find out what's in the first half of 2025. Let the speculation begin. We've got speculation videos going to be coming out the Yahoo from now on. I have a Sinden light gun, my man. Sinden. And I am ready to rock and roll with the Sinden. Yeah, they wanted to do Godfather, Guns N' Roses, and Toy Story. I don't know about Toy Story. I knew Guns N' Roses. This was before Godfather and Toy Story even came out. So I know they were talking about doing Guns N' Roses, Dialed In, and there was another one. I can't remember. Oh, woof. You think Sindens are woof? I love my Sinden. What are you talking about, man? Oh, man. Sinden's no good? What should I get, Joel? You tell me. All right, guys. So going back down, we've also got Nod Winter Extended. Early Christmas sale ends. I didn't even see the early Christmas sale start. Did I miss that? Super deal. Here we go. Homecoming. Yeah, there it is. I jumped it. I jumped one. I got ahead of myself. So Flipper Friends Season 2, AtGames Natural History Pack, and then AtGames Natural History Pack bundle offer starts. So there's the homecoming deals you were just talking about for the Jurassic Park. What's the bundle deal for Natural History? I'll see if it's down below, if I can get more information on it, or you guys can tell me in the chat, because I don't know. I love the Data East Guns N' Roses. I got to play it for the first time at Pinball Expo. Agree with you, James. That machine is awesome. I like Jersey Jack. I like Jersey Jack Guns N' Roses, but I'm always bad with. Their flipper strength. That's the best way to put it. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna. Can anybody tell me what the early discount is? Did anybody else see it? Uh, I'm gonna have to look for that. So then, going down here, Nod Winter Extended Early Christmas Sale ends. 12 Days to Christmas Flipping Frenzy ends. Flipper Friends Season 2, Week 12, Legends 4K Tournament ends. Gaming event ends. Homecoming WAD with 35 to 50% ends. AtGames 4th Annual Christmas Gaming Event winner announcement. And then December 31st is the big day that the rare pack goes live. We're going to be able to play Part 1 with Sea of Thieves table released, and the AtGames monthly calendar for January 2025 should be published. Also, guys, for people that bought the premium starter, and I don't know if this is also for the new ALU C HD, but the BOGO deal ends on the advanced features, buy one, get one. So that's the end of that shit. Where is it? Well, I'm not a fan of Sinden on Windows. I like them for Battlesera. Retro shooters are the affordable option. I'll take care of you. You're a good man. You're a good man. Where is this? I don't know what Danny's talking about. Yeah, that's an option. Like, it's one of those expensive things for bands. But if you could do some kind of, because I know it would probably be too expensive for the company to do, but if they could do some DLC type stuff where you add extra songs, you can do it. Yeah, awesome. End of shit? What does end of shit mean? uh, you gotta help me out here, Cornercade. You got me lost. What are you talking about here? And then that's happy 2025. So that's everything for the 4K side, guys. But that's not all. So just give me a minute here. I'm going to get the Legends HD stuff up. I think we know what the Legends HD stuff is going to be, but I just want to be clear on that. So Legends HD, here we go. Here's the December calendar for the Legends HD fans, because not everybody has picked up the 4K yet, and there's nothing wrong with still owning the Legends HD. It was a great machine. I would still have mine if I didn't have the 4K, so let's take a look at this calendar. I'll bring it up. Reskinning the Jurassic Park pin. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, Buy Stuff got some great options out there if you want to do that. So here's the HD Legends highlight. So on the 19th, I'm going to go over some of this really quickly. So most of these are tournaments and stuff like that. You guys can go check that out. I don't really participate in the tournaments because I don't have times, but yeah. Anyways, that stuff is on the website, so you can go check out. We're going to talk about the real fun stuff for the Legends HD people. Finally, new games. So, Natural History Pinball Pack 3 at a price point of $25 as opposed to, with the 4KP, it's going to be $35, but there is some kind of early offer sale. That's going to be available Thursday, December 19th. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Nature's Fury. Going into this, it's always funny because the ones you pick out and you say, I think that's going to be the table I'm the most interested in, or game I'm going to be the most interested in, doesn't always end up being the one that's the best. So I'm saying Nature's Fury is the one I'm excited for. The lightning, the idea of storms, I think they can do some cool shit with that. But watch this. I'll get this pinball pack and end up Microbes is my favorite game. Hopefully it's Nature's Fury. Nature's Fury, I think, has the most potential. I haven't seen what any of these tables, like the actual playfields, look like, so we'll wait and see what that's going on. And then, of course, December 31st, $25 as opposed to $35. Rare Pinball Pack, Part 1 comes out, and you're going to be able to play Sea of Thieves on your Legends Pinball HD. There's also a bunch of events for Flippers Friends. All the stuff that they have for the 4K side, they now have implemented for the HD fans. So it's nice to see that too. Not everybody is upgraded, and it's nice to see that you guys are at least getting 5 new pinball games in the month of December, and apparently next week, I think next year they got something like 26 coming or something like that. I think it works out to like almost one a week by the time all the packs are done. So lots of new pinball coming. I'm interested to see what they are. They've already done 3 natural history. They've got rare. What other licenses have they went out and got, or they're just going to make some original shit with Magic Pixel? Time will tell. Anyways, guys, that's it for the Legends HD. I did want to take a little bit more time and just go over a little bit of Sea of Thieves with you. I know Sea of Thieves is getting a little bit of negativity from some people. They're saying, like, oh, that's boring and stuff like that. So I did want to take a couple minutes and just really quickly. December is going to be legit. Oh, P-dubs. Anyways, let me get this up. P-dubs, I showed this on my show a little bit last night. And this is for you because I know you downloaded this video off... You downloaded this video off the internet. I actually got sent the original, so I showed it on my show last night, and I want to show it for these guys again. So I want to talk about the Sea of Thieves table itself, and talk about what I think of it, and give you my impressions. For people who watch Chill and Chat, it's not going to be much different than what I talked about last night, but I do want to bring it up again. So guys, here is the video in all its HD glory, at least in 1080p. No screen capture or anything like that. This is the direct video. So here's the Sea of Thieves gameplay. There you can look at the character models. I don't know about Sea of Thieves, so you look at these character models and they might look a bit rough. I don't know what the art's like in the game itself, so I don't know if that's, you know, bad 3D rendering or if that is trying to capture what's in the game. But one of the things people are saying is, man, it looks really boring. They're talking about how big the ball is. They're talking about how open the playfield is. And for me, I'm mystified by why people are upset about that. Obviously, this is what I think is called a fan layout. So we'll play that again. Open layout's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you've played most of Zaccaria games, there's way too much shit going on. It's way too busy. There's too many levels where you don't know what's happening. This is more reminiscent of what Zen Studios does with their original pinball creations. I'm actually a huge fan of what they've done here because it's so different for Zaccaria. This isn't your typical Zaccaria game. It's one of my critiques. Whenever I play a new game, I'm like, you know, it's your typical Zaccaria build. There's some barriers in the front. There's levels. You don't understand what's going on. The fact that this is simple might be the best thing in the world. The other thing that people are complaining about, they're like, oh my god, the ball looks giant. That's not necessarily a bad thing either, because if you play Attack from Mars on the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K, or if you play any of the Williams games, you will notice those usually do typically have bigger balls. It's because the playfield is just... It's, I don't know why, but the way that it's done, the playfield is less wide. You know, you play some of these Zen Studios games like Women of Power I mentioned earlier on the Arcade 1-Up Pinball, or even some of the Star Wars games, and the playfield's done in a way where the ball is just so friggin' minuscule. When you play the real games recreated, it's nice to see the bigger game there, so I like what they're doing with this, and, you know, I'm interested to see what exactly the game plays like. I'm gonna, you know, take a look at this very small segment of gameplay, and I'm gonna hold my expectations, other than saying I do like that Zaccaria is trying something different here. I keep calling them Zaccaria, but it's Magic Pixel are trying something different and going with something that's more Zen style. They've got, you know, they still got the barriers with the tentacles on the table, but I'm okay with that. I'm excited to see how this plays. Like, if I saw this and it was your typical Magic Pixel 19 level, where it's very hard to tell which level is the upper playfield, the lower playfield, where do things go, 17 flippers, 59 bumpers, barricades everywhere, I would be more disappointed than I am seeing an open layout and what they have there. Now, I think the biggest fair critique on this one, and again, I've never played Sea of Thieves, so I don't know if they're trying to capture anything, but those two 3D models they have in the front shooting at each other, they do look kind of rough. The graphics on them are a little bit, not great. Maybe this is I don't know what to say. Maybe this is the HD table instead of the 4K, but those characters don't look great. And another thing I would like to see is if this is like Zen Studios and maybe you could turn off some of these advanced features and turn off those characters, but I don't think it'll work like that. I think that's more just with the Williams games. P-Dubs. P-Dubs doesn't have faith, but I have faith, friends. I think this is going to be cool. I'm open to the experience. I'm open to the layout. I'm open to the way this works, and I can't wait to check it out. We don't know. We don't know what the preview is in, whether this is 4K or whether this is the 1080p version. I think you're trying to make a joke about how the Zen Studios games aren't in 4K and they're all 1440p. So, yeah, we don't know. But so far, all the Magic Pixel games have been 4K 60 frames per second. So we can assume that this one will be as well. If this has multi-balls, that's too much ball. You give it up. You give it up, Nooner. It's not going to be too much ball. It's going to be awesome. I have faith. off Broadway actors. Like Vinny on Jersey Shore. He's off Broadway. MG is always serious, I know. He says, how dare you? Yeah, I know that there's so much that goes into a pinball game, and I think people are making too much out of a very short video. One thing I will say, I don't usually like this, but I really like what they did with the wire form for the ramps here, because instead of it being your typical wire forms, they actually did some video game stuff, which I'm usually pretty critical of, but I like it here. If you take a look at the wire form ramps, they aren't actually wire form, and they're actually rope, like, rope you would use on a sailboat pirate ship. That's what they do to make the rails, and I think that is a really interesting call. Good call. Yeah. P-Dubs is apparently having a gastrointestinal nightmare after eating Wendy's tonight. Not me. I made a delicious turkey tetrazzini for my family, and we were all very, very happy with it. It was delicious. I'm telling you right now, if you get leftover turkey sometimes, believe it or not, you can freeze it, reheat it, and make a turkey tetrazzini out of it that will blow your kids' minds. This table has a more antique look. Yeah. The characters are rough. I'm not going to deny that. Again, I don't know Sea of Thieves. Like, you look at the character models that they put in, they definitely look better than that. But, yeah, I don't know. The tentacles may have audible splashes. Listen, I think that this table is going to be popular just from the tentacle porn people out there. They're going to be like, tentacles, I'm buying this. So anyways, that's my feedback on the, Sea of Thieves early gameplay. I think it looks good. A $5 super chat from my buddy Jason Little Alien. I'm going to refer to Sea of Thieves by its internal code name. 2 guys, 8 tentacles. Thank you very much, Jason. Freeze it, reheat it, leave it for a few days, and give everybody food poisoning. MG, if you ever come over, man, I'm making you my special egg salad. You'll never make it out of Newfoundland. Turd burglars at sea. Oh, you guys are funny. But, we did talk about this with the AtGames affordable financing. Like, I was worried. I was like, how are they going to deal with people not paying? And they do. They have a boot on the machine that locks the machine. So if you don't pay, like, your monthly installment, they will actually lock down the machine until you change your payment information and make payment. So, yeah, you have to pay to unlock splashes. That's kind of true. Horrors at the Krusty Krab. Couple other things I just wanted to talk about really clearly. I love Egg Salad 2 MG. Love it, love it, love it. Like, this is going to sound messed up, but like my favorite thing about like funerals and stuff like that, for some reason, there's always egg salad sandwiches. So it's terrible. Like, you're there, you know, through one of the worst moments of your lives or somebody else's lives, but at least there's egg salad sandwiches. Really quickly, I'm going to stop the poll now. I wanted to know what you guys thought of the games they announced today in the December calendar, which ones you were excited about, not excited about. And no surprise here, I'm really, really happy to see this. Happy to give this feedback, or have this feedback out there so AtGames can see. Williams wins! Fishtails wins at 43%, 9% are saying Natural History 3, 19% are saying either Zen Original, and then we're coming in second. It's 29% with the Rare Pack. I think we're really excited for all these Sea of Thieves, Killer Instinct, and Battletoads. One thing that I am going to say that I am really happy about with seeing the Sea of Thieves table is one of my concerns going into this whole Rare Pinball Pack was I think that the Natural History, Grinch games, they've all gotten better time over time. Every experience has been a little bit better than the last, but I always said, you know, it's that typical Zen experience. Seeing something new, seeing something more open, more of a Zen pinball experience through Magic Pixel than the typical Magic Pixel makes me excited and hopeful for what they can do with Battletoads and Killer Instinct. So I am going to say that I'm glad they're doing something different. I'm glad they're doing something a little bit more open, a little bit more pinball realistic. So, you know, seeing the Sea of Thieves, while it's turned some people off, has made me even more excited to see the rest of the Rare Pinball Packs. Can't wait to see what they could do with Killer Instinct. That could be just such a badass machine. And, of course, Battletoads is cool. Stick to old Battletoads, like from the arcade game. Don't do that new stuff from the last Battletoads game you put out. That was not as good. Anyways, I'm going to end the poll there now, and just some other things. I could wait to do this in another video, but I don't like doing that stuff. I like sharing all this stuff when I get a chance. So if you guys have been following me, I've been really paying close attention to Nintendo lately and what they've been doing on the Switch with the Nintendo Online services. So this past 2 months, they've been going wild, releasing a bunch of stuff. And of course, I think there's ulterior motives. So sure enough, right before I went live, there was another announcement for Nintendo Switch Online. So let me see if I can just bring this up. It takes a while for me to get it up. I'm old now. So let me put this on the screen for you guys. Nintendo Switch Online tonight announced yet another Donkey Kong Land game, Donkey Kong Land 3 for the Game Boy. So this is not for the, what is it called? Enhancement Pack or the Expansion Pack. Not for the Expansion Pack. This is just for your regular Nintendo Switch Online for the Game Boy. You can also now play Donkey Kong Land 3. And it's wild, man. The just fervor that they're coming out with these games. Obviously, they're working their asses off to try to sell Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which is coming out, I think, in the new year. But holy shit, man. They've released all 3 Donkey Kong games for the Game Boy in the last little while. So we'll put that down. But, oh, where is this? So Donkey Kong Land 3 was announced, but that's not the only announcement. If you tuned in yesterday, where is it? So check this out. Tetris was announced for the NES, another free game for Nintendo Switch Online, and a good one. I mean, most people, I think this is the actual Nintendo version too, not the superior Tengen Tetris. Trust me, I had Tengen Tetris growing up. At the time, thought my parents had cheaped out, bought me the worst Tetris, but it turns out I had the best Tetris growing up. But yeah, Tengen, the original Nintendo Tetris, also announced yesterday. Think about the last time Nintendo have released this many games for Nintendo Switch Online. Think about the long stretches where they just haven't announced shit. So the 2 big reasons are, one, obviously they're going ham with the Donkey Kong games to try to help promote and sell Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which obviously has got some negative feedback from some of the people online. So there we go. And now another Nintendo Switch Online release for the normal NES catalog. The other thing is, I think they're boosting this up to try to get people excited because there's going to be a pile of new Switch owners coming up this Christmas, especially the new Switch OLED. If you've been following PD7 every single day, he's got that box in his hand of the new Nintendo Switch OLED Mario Kart Edition. So, you ever played Tetris at a funeral? It's the best. Maybe when I was younger, I might have brought my Game Boy and played Tetris at a funeral, but I can't tell you. Cheesy Tuesday, yeah, I can't do my normal videos as much as I usually do. So this news came out tonight, and I just wanted to talk about it. So instead of playing PlayStation, here I am online talking about the December announcements and all the games coming to the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K, and telling people about Nintendo and their crazy updates for Nintendo Switch Online this past month. So here it is, Tetris. I don't know if we're going to get anything else, but I got a feeling December is going to be a lot like November and October was. Expect a pile of releases. One of the ones I'm looking forward to seeing, obviously, is... let me go back. Got to be careful here. I don't get some prawn on the screen for you guys. But let me bring this up again. One of the things I'm expecting to see where they're going crazy with the Donkey Kong games, trying to promote Donkey Kong Returns HD. I think maybe for the N64, maybe, hopefully, we can get Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong 64. We'll have to see, but yeah. I haven't watched a single of his videos. He thinks the Nintendo sale is a conspiracy. Someone get him a tinfoil hat. So anyways, hopefully we get Donkey Kong 64 out of this. We'll have to wait and see, but the way they've been releasing these Donkey Kong games, it's all over the place, man. I think they could have done a lot more with a lot less if they just released GameCube for the Nintendo Switch Online Services expansion pack. I would have been all over that. I greatly miss playing GameCube, especially GameCube in good quality. Can you imagine that? Like them releasing a new GameCube controller and then having GameCube on Nintendo Switch Online. It's easily probably one of the best looking emulated consoles. I love emulating GameCube. Like it just looks super HD. So yeah, I would love to see GameCube come to Nintendo Switch Online. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer than that. Just a fun, relaxing little stream. But just some stuff I wanted to tell you about. Obviously, the AtGames announcement today. Super happy with that. Super happy with Fishtails coming. More Williams is great. I like the way Sea of Thieves looks so far. I'm probably in the minority, but I'm excited about it. Excited to try the new Natural History Pack and even check out the Zen Originals. Lots of pinball coming to the AtGames Legends Pinball ecosystem in the month of December. And Christmas Eve, we're getting, what a weird time for an announcement, but we're going to get an announcement on what's coming on the first half of 2020. I wouldn't have waited until Christmas Eve. Like, I'm thinking about it now. It's so crazy. Why wouldn't you do that early? Like, nobody's making purchases on Christmas Eve. I guess they're thinking people are going to get their, might get money for Christmas and then, after Christmas go out and order an AtGames Legends Pinball. But I would want that announcement early December because, like, there's probably people sitting back there looking at all these games and they're like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm waiting for game X to show up on the AtGames Legends Pinball before I buy it. And then they find out Christmas Eve and they're like, oh, shit, it's here. Amazing. I can't wait to play that. But I spent all my money on my goddamn kids. Now I can't buy the Legends Pinball 4K. So, yeah, I don't know about the timing, but I'm excited to see what's coming up for 2025. Hopefully a lot more Williams, some of their other classic games. Like, there's ones, I don't know if they'll be able to do, like Aliens. Like, I love the Aliens pinball from FX3. Would love to see that show up. There's still a bunch more Zen Williams tables, new tables they've done, like, Swords of Fury, Bride of Pinbot, and what else is there? Those are the two big ones, but I want to see them come to the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. Some of the older ones too, right? Anyways, guys, I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in to this casual news coverage live stream tonight. Hope it was a little bit of fun. Sorry for all the live streaming, but I'll be back again tomorrow night playing some Snoopy's Pinball, and who knows, with my new schedule going forward, maybe this is the way I do it from now on. I don't know. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you guys next time.